And a very good afternoon, everyone, and happy Thursday. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Sandy Elson, and on behalf of the travel professional community and homebasedtravelagent.com, I want to welcome all of you and thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be with us today. We are very happy to welcome as our host ARC Marketplace. We really appreciate the support we all get from ARC and thank them for that. Our speaker is Jennifer Bridey, Senior Product Manager for ARC. Jennifer's topic today is Welcome to the all-new ARC Marketplace. Jennifer joined ARC in 2006 as a product manager and has managed multiple products throughout her career at ARC, including ARC Memo Manager and Aero Trend. Currently, Jennifer is responsible for ARC Marketplace and Aerogram. She has over 13 years of product management experience. Prior to joining ARC, Jennifer worked at Nextel Communications as a product manager for BlackBerry. Jennifer has held various positions in the airline industry, including working in passenger sales for a carrier where she was focused on corporate and agency accounts. Before we get started, please remember that you are all muted, but we do welcome your questions. You can type in your questions at any time in the question area on the right-hand panel of your screen. At the end of the presentation, we will get to as many questions as we can. Also, note that towards the end of the webinar, we will make Jennifer's slides available for you to download. You'll see the file in the Handouts section of the dashboard, also on the right-hand side of your screen. I'll let you know when the slides are available. Jennifer will be giving away two $25 gift cards to Amazon.com to two agents who have attended the entire webinar. I'll explain a little bit more about that later, but you may want to stick around for the whole webinar and take notes. So let's turn the microphone over to Jennifer so she can get started. Welcome back, Jennifer.
Great. Thank you, Sandy, for the warm welcome, and thank you to everyone for your time today. I'm really excited to be here again talking about ARC Marketplace. And today I'm going to talk about the new ARC Marketplace. We recently launched our redesigned site, and I'm very excited to share that with you today. So the new look and feel for ARC Marketplace, if you've been out there recently or if you've never been there before, you can simply go to arcmarketplace.com and you check out our new look and feel. We did this because we had a lot of feedback from agents about the site that we needed a little bit of an update, that things were a little bit difficult for them as far as navigating around the site sometimes, just understanding everything that we offered on the site. So we got a lot of feedback from agents in putting the new design together, and I hope that you see that throughout the site today. But I'm going to cover, during the webinar today, I'm going to go through the entire site, kind of what's there, and also what's new. So, so for the new site, we have easier navigation, a simpler site layout and design. It's easier to find all that ARC Marketplace has to offer. Again, that was something in the past that agents told us, they didn't realize all that we offered. We have some easier search capabilities. We've added a blog, which is really exciting. I'll talk about some educational opportunities, and the site now is optimized for mobile devices, which previously the old site was not. So I'm going to take just a quick step back for those agents on the call today who may not be familiar with ARC Marketplace. I realize we probably have a mix of people who are pretty familiar with it and who have used it, and those who maybe haven't. So just to take a step back so we're all on the same page, what is ARC Marketplace? It's a B2B website for agents. So it's a site just for travel agents where you can book tours and activities, as well as cars, passport and visa services, and we also have partnered with CCRA for hotels. But all of these products that are on the site that are available to you to book for your clients for commission. They're all commissionable. So for tours and activities, we partner with Viator, and Viator offers over 10,000 amazing things to do worldwide. For car rentals, we've partnered with a company called Car Trawler, and they offer, they're in over 175 countries and locations throughout the world. I think you'll find that they have some really great deals on rental cars, so if you haven't checked that out, I'd encourage you to do that. For passport and visa services, we've partnered with CIBT, which I think most people are probably familiar with. As I mentioned, CCRA for hotels. And then we also have what we call our affiliate program, and I'm going to talk just a bit about that towards the end of my presentation as well. So how can ARC Marketplace help you earn more? As I mentioned, commission is paid for all products, including short excursions. That's part of the content we have through Viator. It's really easy to use the site. There's no login. There's no registration required. There's no fees or unexpected service charges, and no minimum sales required. So you can feel confident when you're booking on the site because we're working only with the best trusted and pre-screened suppliers. I'm going to go through this when I go through the actual pages of what's available here, but there's just a lot of good things here you can feel good about when booking on the site for your clients. And I'm going to go into this in a lot more detail on the slides here coming up. So it's really easy to get started using the site. Again, there's no login required. What you'll need to do is when you make a booking on the site, we need to know who you are so we can pay you your commission. So if you are an ARC participating agent and you have an ARC number, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to register. You can just simply book. And when you make your booking, add your ARC number into the checkout page in the booking. And again, I'm going to go through that in more detail during the presentation. For those of you who are not ARC agents, that's not a problem. Basically, you just need to sign up for what we call an ARC Marketplace ID. And the way you would do that is on our site, on the top navigation under Learn, there's a place called Join, and you would come to the page that's here on the screen, and you can see where I've pointed here for non-ARC agents would just sign up for an ARC Marketplace ID. And that is a quick online form that you would fill out. There's two steps to it. The first step is to fill out the quick online form, and then the second step is to fax us back your financial information form. And again, it shouldn't take you very long to do that. It's really easy to do. Once you're set up with your ARC Marketplace ID, then when you book, you would just use that ARC Marketplace ID to make your bookings. So I talked a bit about the improved navigation on the new site. Some of the feedback we got from agents on our old site was, again, that it was hard to know kind of everything that we had to offer because things were kind of buried. Our homepage was very cluttered, and it was just kind of hard to find things. So we hope we've made that easier. On the top navigation here, I've highlighted the book section, and you can see that we've categorized that into different categories of things to do, transportation, stay, and then documents. So under things to do, we have activities and tours, shore excursions, and then we've added some new cities pages that I'll talk about. Under transportation, we have car rentals. Under stay, we have hotels, and then for documents, we have passport and visa services. And I'm going to go through each one of these. We also have added a search on the top right of our navigation on the top of the screen. If you click on that search, and I've highlighted it here on the screen with a red box, you'll get a search where you can, in one kind of area, search for activities and tours, short excursions, and car rentals. And you can also use a keyword search for the activities and tours. So that thing makes the search a little bit easier that way as well. So when you're booking the tours and activities, those of you who may be familiar with Viator, if you're booking on Viator.com, you would not get paid commission. So you want to book those products on ARC Marketplace so you can get paid commission. And Viator offers, as I said, over 10,000 destination activities worldwide, and those include a lot of different things, from day tours, short day tours, to multi-day trips. It could be private and special access tours. I mentioned shore excursions. That also does include pre- and post-cruise tours. They also offer airport and port transfers, as well as family-friendly activities, theater tickets. I know there's a lot of new things on there, kind of food type of adventures, zip-lining type of adventures, and I'm going to cover some of the other kind of special things that they might have. But really, I think you'll find that there's just so much there. I think you'll find anything for your clients, the different clients that you have and what they might be looking to do. Okay, so VIP and exclusive tours, I want to cover this because this is something I think that's special that we have on our marketplace. You can search for VIP and exclusive tours using the keyword search. When you use, I highlighted the search box again on the upper right corner, and then you'll get the search screen that pops up for tours and activities. The bottom of that, where you have the keyword search, you can narrow your search specifically for VIP or exclusive tours. And you can narrow that further by destination, by city, by country, by region, however you wanted to do that, or even, possibly by tour type. But what these are is, this is again something that you can offer your clients that they're not going to get anywhere else. So the VIP tours are unique tours that offer something special and different that the general public would not normally see. As an example, I always use the example of Versailles in Paris. One of those VIP tours, I know that they get to see, your clients would get to see an extra room in the Versailles Palace that most of the Versailles tours don't offer. So that would be something that a VIP tour would offer, some type of special access. The exclusive tours are arranged and only offered through Viator or their partners. And so those, again, are special tours that include maybe extra things that a normal tour for that attraction might not include. So again, I've mentioned shore excursions. If you go under the book section on the navigation, you'll find shore excursions, and you can search for them on the shore excursions page by region, by destination, and you'll find the shore excursions there. The one thing I did want to point out about the shore excursions is we do offer the worry-free guarantee policy. A lot of the cruise lines will try to scare people into thinking that you have to book the shore excursions through them, because if you don't make it back to the ship in time, then you're out of luck. So we do offer this worry-free guarantee policy. So this would be tour cancellations due to weather, missed tours due to late cruise ship arrivals or ship itinerary changes. That could be where the cruise ship does not dock at the original port of call. And with a qualifying shore excursion, your client would be guaranteed a timely return back to their ship. And in the unlikely event that they are not returned to their ship in time to board, the transportation would be arranged for them to the next port of call. So the one thing I want to point out about this is we do offer the worry-free guarantee policy on most of the shore excursions, but not all. I would say probably about 95% of them do offer this, but I would just double check on the product page and make sure that it does say, and I've circled it here in where it says worry-free shore excursion, that is included, because I think you want to make sure that the shore excursions you book would have that guarantee. So to book an activity on the site, you would go to the book section and select tours and activities, which will bring you to the tours and activities page. And all these pages are set up similarly. When you go to the site, you can check it out, and I've got some screenshots here. But once you go to these different booking pages, you're going to see kind of in the top, middle part of the screen, the area where you would go to start searching for what you're looking for, to start searching and then booking. So where it says, let's get started, there's the search box for an activity or tour, and that's what you would do. You would enter in the region, the city, the country, the dates, whatever you were looking to get started on searching for activities and tours. Another way you could do that is, again, using that search option that we now have. If you clicked on the search button on the top navigation, you're going to get that black box that pops up. The first one that's defaulted is the activities and tours. Again, you could search by country, by region, by city, by date, or by keyword there as well. So there's two options for you to search for tours and activities now. So once you do your search, you're going to get a result of whatever the search criteria is that you input. And once you select something, then you can see the product page, and that's going to have all the details that you would need to know about that particular tour or activity. So you're going to want to make sure that you review that in great detail. And I'm going to cover what's on those pages in a few minutes. But to make the booking, you would select that product and add to the cart by selecting the number of travelers. And for each product, it's going to be a little bit different depending on what the tour or activity is, but it will let you know what the criteria is for adults and children, and what the ages of children would be if children are allowed on the tour. So once you do that, that would add that particular tour or activity to your cart. At that point, you could proceed to checkout, or you can also continue shopping if you wanted to add another tour or activity to your cart. But here you're going to verify the availability, and then for the purpose of the webinar, we're just going to say we're going to proceed to checkout, which will bring you to the checkout screen. And this is just something I want to point out on the checkout screen. So you're going to fill out all the information here, which would be mostly about the traveler. So in this case, probably mostly about your client that's traveling, all of their information, contact details, the credit card information. But the thing that I just want to point out here that's really important for you as the travel agent is we have a section here called Travel Agent Details. And this is where you would enter in your information. So we need you to identify yourself here so we know that you made the booking and we can pay you. So we need your agency name, your email, as well as your ARC number or your ARC Marketplace ID that I talked about a little bit earlier in the presentation. So this information is very important, and we really need you to enter that here to get paid. So on the tours and activities bookings, as well as the shore excursions, which are is the Viator content on the site, this checkout page looks the same, and there are a couple different options for you to get the voucher delivered to you and your client. And that's what I have here on the screen in the drop-down. You can opt to have it sent to just you, to just your client, or to you and your client. And I would recommend the last one, that you have it sent to agent and customer. That way you both get a copy of it and you can see it. But that would be what that is. I just wanted to point out what those email delivery options are. So I'm going to cover just a few tips and tricks when making bookings for tours and activities. Again, I just want to point out these product pages because there really is just so much information here that's important that you know before you make a booking. And I think it also just helps you, research as well, because there's highlights, what's included on this particular tour and activity, what the highlights of the actual event are. It's going to talk about scheduling details, pricing information, as well as traveler reviews. So we have reviews from real travelers who've been on these tours and activities, as well as photos. And I think these two pieces of information are really great because you can spend some time researching and just looking and seeing, what did people who actually did that, what did they say about it? Was it great? Did they really like it? Just so you know that would work or not work for your clients, as well as the pictures. I mean, those are always really fun to look at. So I think those are really great ways to do your research while you're looking at making the bookings. Another feature that we have here is the email itinerary feature. So what you can do is you can select a tour or activity and add it to your cart, and then you can select the email itinerary feature, which I have highlighted here in the red box. And what that is going to do is it is going to pull up another screen where you can enter some information to personalize an email to be sent to your client. So you can personalize the email with your own subject line and message, and then link the product details page for each of the selected products you had selected on our marketplace so your clients can take a look. So this is where, when you click on the email itinerary, the screen here on the left is what you would fill out to customize the email. And then I think I just have here a sample of what the email actually looks like. I just did a test to myself, just said, some suggested tours. Jennifer wanted to share these things to do with you. I thought you might like these things to do for your trip. So You can customize that however you want, but I think that's a really great way to share with your clients some ideas about things they could do on their trip. So moving on to car rentals. So again, I clicked on the book page or book tab there on the top, and then on cars to get to this car rental screen. And you can see that it's set up similarly to the way that the tours and activities screen is set up, where for the booking information here is kind of in the top, or kind of in the middle part of the page. But under Let's Get Started, you would select the pickup location, the date that your clients would be looking to rent a car, the pickup time, drop-off time, and then if there was a different return location, you could select that. Here you could also select the type of car, if there was one that in particular they were looking for, and then you can start your search. So here on the next screen on the right, you'll see that I entered in some information here on the search screen, and then I took a screenshot of my results as to what came up. I think I was looking to rent something at DCA at the airport. So this came up with the, all of the cars that were available to rent for the dates I input. And again, once you would select a particular car that you wanted to make a booking for, it's going to bring you to this checkout screen, which is similar to the one you saw for tours and activities. Looks a little different, but pretty similar. I'm asking for pretty similar information about the traveler, the person who's actually renting the car, their information. So it would be, again, mostly entering your client's information. And then again, we have a section for travel agent details. It says here it's optional. Honestly, I don't know why we have that as optional, the text there, but really we need you to enter in your ARC number or your ARC Marketplace ID and identify yourself so we know that you made the booking and we can pay you. So again, your agency name, your phone number, your email address, but most importantly, that ARC number or ARC Marketplace ID is the most important piece of information there that we need. So once you've completed all that, you can confirm the reservation, and you'll be on your way for booking the car. So moving on to passport and visa services, I'm going to cover passport services first. Again, under book, you'll see the passport services, and then you'll come to this page that talks about what's available for passports. So we offer with CIBT for both passports and visas a discounted a full range of services, and the rates are discounted. For passports in particular, we offer a new passport, renewal, lost or stolen passport, a child passport, a name change, additional pages, a damaged passport, first-time passport card, a second passport renewal, and then also, of course, expedited services. And you guys get paid 15% commission on all of these passport service fees. I will point out that the commission does not include the government fees. So you would not get commission on the government fee. It would just be the fee that CIBT charges for the service. So that's passports. For visas, again, you would find it the same way. Go under book, visa services, and it's really easy and fast to obtain a travel visa. You can use what we have on the site. It's called the Need a Visa Quick Check tool to determine if your clients even need a visa for their upcoming trip. So that's something that's nice and easy to do. And again, we offer 15% commission on these services. For passports and visas, I'm not going to walk through all the screens of booking those because they're all a little bit different based on the service that you choose and also the time frame that you choose. So what I'm just going to point out is once you would click book from the passport or visa page, you're going to be taken over to the Visa Central page. Visa Central is just a CIBT company. They're the partners that we work with. And here it's going to basically give you all the information that you need for your client to get their passport or visa. But once you go through those screens and get to the point where you're filling out the information to make the actual booking, again, there is a section there on that screen for your ARC number or your ARC Marketplace ID. And I just wanted to point that out, as well as your agency name, agent name, and email address again. That we need you to identify yourself here on these screens as well, so we know that you made that booking and can pay your commission. So under book, you'll also notice that we have stay and hotels, and we have partnered with CCRA. So with CCRA, you can access over 180,000 hotels in 156 countries around the world. And you'll notice actually, and I didn't mention it, and I probably should have, throughout all of these booking pages, we highlight who our partners are so you know who we're working with. And I think that's really important so you guys know who we're working with. But here you'll see on the hotels page that we work with CCRA. Once you would click on book, you would go over to the CCRA site and make your bookings with CCRA there. CCRA has a lot of different commission rates, a lot of different rates they offer to you. So the commission for CCRA is paid by them, not by ARC. It's a little bit different. I'm going to cover the commission for everything here a little bit later on in the presentation. But I just wanted to point that out here as well. That basically once you go over to the CCRA site, you would make the booking on their site. Another thing that we offer on our site is what we call our affiliate program. And this is something that's really, really great. If you have a website and you want to leverage that to get additional bookings, or you have clients who, I'm sure some of you have clients who like to just do the research sometimes on their own, or even book on their own sometimes and see what's out there. So we have what we call our affiliate program, and this is available for our tours and activities as well as for cars. This is where you can put banners on your website, and then your clients can go there. You can direct your clients to your website, and they can go to these banners and make the bookings directly while you get the commission. And it's the same commission level just as if you booked it for them on our marketplace. So this is really, really great, and I'd encourage you, if you haven't checked this out, to do so. And that's under the Learn section in the navigation on the new site. It's under Learn and then Affiliate Program. And there's a whole page there that talks about what it is, how it works, and how you would register. It's really easy to get started. It's a quick registration, and you can go from there. I'm not going to talk a lot about the affiliate program today. I'm probably going to be doing a separate webinar just on that coming sometime soon, so stay tuned for that. So commission rates, I want to cover this. And again, this is information you will find, on the site under, I think it's under Learn for commissions. We have a whole page dedicated to talking about what the commission rates are. So for activities and tours, you can earn up to 10%. And what that is if you are, for every booking you make, you're going to earn 6% commission on the tours and activities. And if you are an ARC agent, then you have the opportunity to participate in our quarterly bonus program where you can earn up to an extra 4%. And that's based on the volume you've booked in each quarter. I'm going to show you a slide on that in just a minute so you can see what those thresholds are, but they're not really that high to reach the extra 4%. For car rentals, you earn 5% commission. For passports and visas, it's 15%. And then for shore excursions, again, it's the same as tours and activities and tours, because that's also the content we have with Viator. So it's up to 10%. It's 6% base commission on all shore excursions, and then we have the quarterly bonus commission program available for ARC participating agencies to earn up to an extra 4%. And then for hotels, this is the only content on our site right now that's not paid by ARC, it's paid by CCRA. But they have, as I mentioned before, a lot of different rates available, and you can earn, I believe, up to 15% depending on what rate you choose. And then they also do offer net rates where you can set your own commission rate, which is also really great. So the quarterly bonus program for ARC agents, the way this works is it's based on the amount of sales you have in each quarter. And so you can earn between an extra 1% and 4%. And to get to the 4%, like I said, it's not really that hard. You would just have to sell over $2,000 of sales within one quarter. So now I'm going to shift gears just a little bit and talk about some of the things on the site that are new. We have some city pages on the site. I don't know if those of you who've been using the site have had a chance to go look around the new site and check things out, but we're really excited about this. It's an area of the site, it's under book, and then you'll see cities. And right now we have city pages for our top 10 destination cities. So what these are, it's a place you can go and do research on these particular cities, you know, that you might have clients going to, or maybe cities that you might want to recommend to your clients to go to, and find out more information. We'll have things here like the top 10 things to do, like this one in particular. I had to kind of cut these screenshots up just a little bit so they were big enough for you to see, but this one is the San Francisco page that I've highlighted here. And you can see the top 10 attractions for San Francisco are here on the page, and they would be scrolling kind of through the page here. We have videos for tours and activities within those particular cities, which again is really great because it gives you the chance to see what some of those experiences would actually be. Also, for some cities, there may be other products that we have on the site that might be of interest to your clients if they're traveling to a particular city. So, you know, we would look at that as well, where we might be cross-promoting other products on a site. Here it says before you go, do your clients need a car during their stay in San Francisco? So it may be that they also need to rent a car while they're there. We also have suggestions for what your clients can do in one day. And this is really great because a lot of times people may be, you know, not have that much time somewhere and just trying to fit a few fun things in, and this is just a great way to get some ideas about, hey, if they only have one day there, what are the things that they should really hit? What are the highlights? What are some, you know, things that they could just do if they had one day there? And then we also just have some travel tips, which are kind of fun for each city. So you'll find that on these pages as well. Another new thing we have on the site is our ARC Marketplace blog. And we're really excited about this as well as a way that we can better connect with you, with our travel agent audience, and you know, give you information about what's new, what's trending, events that ARC is going to be at. You know, where can you meet us next? We just had a couple of events that we came back from, and we had some information about those events on the blog. We'll be posting flash sales here if we get them, as we get them from Viator and our other suppliers. So sometimes we'll hear about these sales kind of last minute, and we can post them up here on the blog so you can take advantage of those. So this is a place I would recommend you come check out, and maybe come back often and just check out to see, hey, what's new, what's happening, what's the latest news, you know, kind of what's going on. It's a great place for you to do that. So I hope that you'll check it out, and I recommend that you do. Another thing that's new is we have an ARC Marketplace Twitter account that's feeding into our website. So if you look on our homepage, and I don't have a picture here of the screenshot of the homepage, but you'll see that the latest tweets are kind of pulled into the homepage. But this is just another way that we're looking to reach out and connect with you and just, you know, keep you informed of what's going on with our ARC and ARC Marketplace, you know, what events we'll be at, kind of similar to the blog, but for those people who use Twitter, again, feel free to check us out here or follow us, and that would be great. And I think I mentioned this earlier in the presentation that the new site is optimized for mobile, which is really great. So if you're using the site on your mobile device, your phone, your iPad, you're going to find that you know, it works well on those mobile devices now where our old site wasn't really optimized much for mobile. So we're really excited about that as well, because we know that people aren't just using computers anymore, they're using mobile devices too. For those of you who are not already signed up for our ARC Marketplace monthly specials, I would encourage you to do so. You can do this on the website. If you scroll down to the bottom of pretty much any page on the website, you're going to see our footer, which is here. I have the picture of the lady diving, where it says now offering over 600 shore excursions. Just below that, in the red box that I outlined, it says sign up for the newsletter. You can just enter in your email address and sign up. I promise we won't send you a ton of emails. We just have a monthly newsletter. It comes out one time a month, the first week in the month, and it'll highlight some of the tours and activities and specials and things going on. And then we also do send out flash sales as we get them. So again, specials from suppliers as we would get them that you might want to take advantage of also. Again, it's not a ton of emails, so I would encourage you to sign up for that if you already haven't. Wow, and I guess I'm already at the end of my presentation. So Sandy, I guess I will turn it back over to you.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. That was a lot of information, and we really appreciate it. We do have quite a few questions, so I'm going to ask the ones that many people have asked, and I urge you, agents who are listening to this call, if you have a question that's either about your individual situation or a question that you asked that we don't have time to answer, please get in touch with Jennifer or with ARC. The information is right there on the slide. So shoot them an email and ask your question if we don't get to them today. So let's start in on some of these questions. Is ARC Marketplace available to Canadian agents or agents in other countries who have IATA numbers or ARC
That
numbers?
is an excellent question. I'm glad someone asked that. Absolutely, yes. ARC Marketplace is available to any agent. So if you're located outside of the United States, you can certainly use it. You would need to sign up for an ARC Marketplace ID number because you would not have an ARC number. So just go to the join page and sign up for the ARC Marketplace ID number. And you can certainly use that when you're making your bookings, and we'd love to have you join us.
Okay, excellent. Several agents have asked if you can use an IATA number or if you need a separate ARC Marketplace number. And also related to that, if you are part of a host agency or franchise that has its information registered with ARC Marketplace, do you sign in under their information or can you register your own ARC Marketplace number?
So those are two great questions as well. Let me address the first one about the IATA number first. And that gets a little bit confusing, I think, with the terminology. So basically, if your agency is an active ARC participating agency, and you have an ARC number, which, just so you know, we get the numbers from IATA, so you could say that's actually an IATA number as well. But if you're an ARC participating agency, then you would just use that number. If you're not an ARC participating agency, you need to sign up for an ARC Marketplace ID. However, when you sign up for your ARC Marketplace ID, if you already have a number that you're using, whether it's a CLIA number, any kind of industry identifier that you use for something else, you're welcome to use that as your ARC Marketplace ID. There's a place when you sign up to check to see if that number is already in use. As long as somebody is not already using that number on ARC Marketplace, you can use that number. I hope that answers that question.
Okay, sounds good to me.
The second question. Yeah, the second question was about host agencies. And I would say that's really between you and your host and kind of up to you how you want to do it. You guys all know what your agreements are with your host. So if your host is an ARC participating agency and they want you to be using their ARC number, then you could just enter that in. Then we're going to pay your host, and then they would pay you. Or, if you want to sign up individually for an ARC Marketplace ID and use that, you can do that as well. And then again, we're going to pay however you identify with that booking, whether it's if you would use your host's ARC number or whether you signed up for your own ARC Marketplace ID. And we don't have a way to know like who's with what host, so that's something that again, that's between you and your host, how you have that set up and how you feel like you need to do that.
Okay. How does an agent make a group booking?
That's a great question too. Wow, these are really good. So for tours and activities, it depends on the number of people in the group. So I get questions a lot actually about that. And so if it's less than 9 people, generally you can select up to 9 people when you're making the booking. If it's for more than 9 people, then what you need to do is make multiple bookings in groups of 9 or however many basically you have. I'm just using 9 as kind of a general number because that's it all varies by the specific tour or activity you're booking. Some may not have 9. It depends on what it is. But for the most part, Viator, and the suppliers they work with, they would allow up to about 9 people to be booked within one booking. If you need to make multiple bookings, what you would do is when you make the second booking, you would include in the comment section the reference number of the first booking and just say, I'm making a group booking. This is the second one that goes with this first one I just made. This is the reference number, and that's how you would do it.
Okay, excellent. One of our agents wants to know if she can use her agency credit card to pay for her clients. Will the system understand that she is not actually the traveler?
Yeah, I don't see why she couldn't. I mean, we're just taking a credit card. So, that card would be charged. I mean, it's however you want to have the charges come is what, would be charged for the tour activity or the other product that you would book.
Okay, excellent. Moving to hotels, is there an advantage to booking a hotel through ARC Marketplace as opposed to directly with CCRA?
Not really. Really, we're just kind of going over to CCRA's site. So if you're already using CCRA and you go directly to your site, to their site, you can do that as well.
Okay. And for car rentals, are there specialty cars available, high-end cars?
That's a great question. I have seen some. I guess it just depends on the actual location that you would be looking at as to what exactly is available and how specialized you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I would just encourage you to check it out and see what's there for what you're looking for.
Okay. And do clients who have frequent renter numbers for car companies, loyalty numbers, they still get their points in the usual way if the agent books them through ARC Marketplace?
Yes, I believe they do. However, I'd have to look. I don't think agent would enter that in ARC Marketplace. I think that's something that they would have to, when they would go to the counter, kind of make sure that they input that information there.
Okay, good idea. How often are commissions paid?
So commissions are paid once a month.
Okay. Let's see. For the videos that you have on your city pages and the other information on your blog, are those usable by our agents in their own blogs, web pages, or social media posts?
That actually is a really good question. A lot of the videos that we have there are Viator videos. So we use those. You can find those online. But actually, let me check on that. I'd like to check on that before I would give an answer.
Okay.
So if there's someone in particular I need to get back on that, I'd like to check on that one.
Okay, so if you're the one that had that question, please do get back to Jennifer. The booking engine for the various features, is that just a travel agent only engine, or is that available to the public as well?
So our site is an open site, which means that because we don't have a login or it's not password protected, really anybody could go to our site, even if they're not a travel agent. But because we do have the travel agent details section there to complete, you know, we could have somebody, I mean, technically who could come and they're not an agent, but for the most part, I think we find that it's agents that are actually the ones that are using it.
Okay. And do the individual tours list specifically what the cancellation and change policy is? Our agent noticed it just says fees may apply. Where can he find out exactly what the policy is?
There should be a place on there to click on the policy, and there's also, to find it, I can send them information on that too. There is a place where they can just find out information. I think if they look in the footer about the policy, that's just Viator's. If you're talking about tours and activities for Viator's policy specifically, but it can vary by tour and activity. So the specifics should be there on the product page as well.
Okay, excellent. So take a look on the product pages, agents. One of our agents wants to know, in order to earn the 4% extra bonus commission during any given quarter, is that for combined sales for all of the agents in an agency, or is that on an individual basis?
That's a great question. It would be for combined sales, so it would be for any ARC number or ARC Marketplace ID, and that could be multiple agents using those numbers.
And can individual reservations be cross-referenced if they're traveling together, for example?
I'm not sure what they mean by that.
Well, if they have 3 different couples and they book them on 3 different records, can they be cross-referenced with each other so that the suppliers know that they're all traveling together?
You could make a note, again, in the comments section when you make the booking, kind of like what I mentioned with group bookings.
Okay. And are all taxes included in the car rental price?
Yes.
All right. We have several questions that are variations of the ones that I've asked. So I think at this point, Jennifer, what I would like to do is put this wonderful slide presentation into our handouts section. So agents, I'm going to do that right now. And in just a couple of seconds, you will be able to download the presentation, and it should be available right now. And we'll give you some time to do that. And Jennifer, if you want to talk about the prize giveaway, this would be a good time to do it.
Okay. Hey, Sandy, should I do that one first, or can I still do the other two polls?
Yeah, let's do the, well, it's up to you. Which would you like to do first?
Let me ask could I ask these other questions
Sure,
first?
sure.
Okay. So I have actually a couple sets of questions to ask you guys today. The first thing I wanted to do before we get to the prize giveaway is I just had a couple questions about a new product idea that I just wanted to run by this group because you would be our audience for this type of a new product. So I just wanted to get your feedback. So let me give you just a little bit of background, and then I'm going to ask 2 quick questions, and then we'll move on to the prize questions. So ARC is researching a new product idea for agents where you could send your clients' air, hotel, and car itineraries to a mobile app on your phone, a mobile app that would be customized for your agency, so it would be branded with your agency's branding. The app would include itinerary management and itinerary monitoring. This would be where your clients would receive alerts through their trip. So throughout their travel, they would receive alerts about their flight, seat upgrades, flight check-in, you know, your flight's available now for check-in, gate information, that kind of thing. Your clients would also be able to book activities and tours directly from the app on their mobile device. So those tours and activities would be Viator content, so that would be the same content as we have on ARC Marketplace for tours and activities. And you would also receive commission for any of the bookings that your clients made on the app. and you would know when your clients made a booking because you would, I believe, get an alert about that as well. So you would know when they made a booking. So my first question about that is, would you be interested in a product such as this that is agency branded and a mobile app with the itinerary monitoring and management for your clients?
Okay, agents, you can go ahead and answer that question. You can see the poll on your screen. Just click on the answer. I'll give you a few seconds to go ahead and do that before we move on. Okay, we're going to close this poll. And Jennifer, go ahead and continue.
Okay, and my second quick question about that is, if you are interested, how much would you be willing to pay for that app? And again, remember that it would be customized for your agency and branded with your agency. So there is a little bit of work for us to customize that. So there's a couple choices there. I don't know, Sandy, once you put the poll up, if they can see that, but it's between, the first choice would be $500 to $1,000 as an annual fee. The second choice would be over $1,000 to $3,000 of an annual fee, and then $3,000 to $6,000 for an annual fee. Or you like the idea, but you really wouldn't be willing to pay for it at all, or you're just not interested.
Okay, and again, agents, I'm going to leave this poll up for a few seconds. We do have many answers coming in, and go ahead and vote, and we'll be sending the answers to these polls to Jennifer and to ARC Marketplace. So we still have a few people voting. Okay, I'm going to close the poll. And okay, the poll is closed. Okay, so Jennifer, if you want to do the prize now, I'll explain how we're going to do it. Jennifer is going to ask a couple of questions, one at a time, about some of the material that she covered today. And the first person with the right answer that I see on my screen, you will be the winner of a $25 gift card to Amazon.com. So remember, it has to be the first answer I see on my screen. So Jennifer, go ahead with your first question.
Okay, great. So where can you go on the new ARC Marketplace site to find suggestions of things to do in one day for your clients?
Okay, type in your answer in the question area, and let's see who we have here. Okay, we have a winner, and the winner is Dawn Celeberti or Celeberti. Correct answer is City Pages, and the first person on my screen was Dawn. So Dawn, we will be sending your information to Jennifer, and she'll get in touch with you about the gift card.
Okay, great.
Okay, and question number 2 now.
Yes, the second question and the last question. Thanks for letting me ask a couple additional questions here. Where can you find the latest news, updates, and information about ARC Marketplace and events that ARC is attending?
Okay, we have a winner. You guys are fast today. This is fantastic. The answer is the blog or the ARC Marketplace Twitter feed, and the first answer that I saw was from Luann Edgar or Edger. Congratulations, Luann, and we will also be sending your information to Jennifer so she can get in touch with you about the prize. Thank you so much for answering so quickly and for doing our polls today. I want to thank very much Jennifer Bridey, Senior Product Manager for ARC Marketplace, and our ARC Marketplace host for our webinar today. Thank you, Jennifer. This was, as usual, fantastic.
Great. Thank you so much, and thank you, everybody, for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, all of our agents, for taking time out of your day to do this. We appreciate it. I'm going to leave the webinar open for another few seconds for those who have not finished downloading the wonderful slide presentation, which is in our handouts area. And thank you again for attending, and have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.